Nebraska Cornhuskers National Championship football team, he's taken the motivation of success to new heights and showcases that we can achieve true success with those we care about the most.
There we go.
He's spoken to over 1 million people around the world and has even been awarded the Communications and Leadership Award by none other than Toastmasters International. Important side note, he's also the brother of my local chapter PBL advisor. It is truly an honor to have him with us tonight. So PBL, please join me in giving a warm PBL welcome to Mr. Aaron Davis.
It's all over the place. I mean, he was doing the Dougie with his hair and he wasn't even moving, you know. I was shaking hands a little bit. When you come to a conference of this size, it's always funny because people come differently. It's like, ladies come to a conference that's different than the guys, because the guys wear their ties and suits and the ladies wear their dresses. But even as I was in the hallways watching people get prepared, ladies were coming here to find a husband. You know, the fellas are coming in like, and you can tell when the guys come in because they're just looking at all the ladies going, I tell you, house guys and girls, how many of you got cell phones? Put your cell phone here if you got your cell phone. There you go. Just wave your hand in the air. There you go. There you go. We can confiscate all of them right now. Keep them up. Keep them up. Keep them up. But you think about cell phones, guys and girls are different too. We're talking about breaking down barriers, but even now, how many of you send at least, I know I can't see everybody's hands, how many of you send at least 1,000 text messages out a month? Raise your hand. She goes, brother, I did that this morning. Now, how many at least 2,000 a month? Man, how do you 3,000 or more, keep them up. Something, seriously. How do you even have fingers to write? That's crazy. But guys and girls even text message differently. Right or wrong? Ladies, when you text message, you put your heart into it. Straight up! Ladies, it's... Oh my gosh. Girl, he know he is true. Sin. Now, fellas. Fellas, make some noise. We see a text message that long. We going like this. This girl is tripping. We push one letter. K. Probably 95% of the guy's cell phones, the letter K doesn't even exist anymore, just wore out, you know, it's just like an L, you know, or an I, you know, but we're just different, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I got something fast. Where's Nebraska? There's Nebraska back there, my home. Nebraska, give it up. Absolutely, absolutely, you know, I love Nebraska, I love traveling here, but it was not fun traveling at 3 a.m., because I got up this morning at 3 o'clock, and there's a deer on I-80, and he didn't even run. And when you see a black man get white knuckles, he's scared. I need one volunteer real fast to help me up. I just
right here.
You know what? I see the glasses. You with the glasses. Yeah, right there in the middle, towards the back with the glasses. You have glasses, yes, hurry. It was that there you go, right there, right there. Hurry, real fast, real fast, real fast, real fast. Real fast. Don't fall now. Now, where you from, man?
California!
Everybody's going, what up? So what's your first name, man?
Damon,
Now why'd you raise your hand?
I love PBL. I mean, come on, don't we all?
That was politically correct there. So I like your hair. I mean, look at that. It's just fun. Now I'll tell you what. Out of 1,800 plus, there were very few hands that went up. For simply coming up, I'm gonna give you $50, man, for simply coming up. She's like, awkward. Yeah, you think about it. Now, I need one more volunteer. See what I'm saying? It all changes now. But he's joking, you know. Now here's the thing, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit too. You're talking about breaking down barriers. The main barrier that most of us have to break down is us. Because so many of you are thinking, oh, I don't know what she's gonna say, what he's gonna say. My man right there, he just ran, almost fell on stage. Hello, Lord. $50. Here's the reality. Life presents those opportunities to us all the time. Maybe not from a physical, financial responsibility or an award. But there's all sorts of opportunities all around us if we are willing to stand up. Even when nobody else is sitting down. You gotta be willing to go get what you want. I always like to start off with showing pictures of my family. And first of all, Cybus, the guys and gals that with all the AV equipment, computers, and technology, give them a huge hand clap for all of them. Absolutely. Sound, cues, all that great stuff. I always like to show pictures of my family first. The first picture we have, it's a picture of me and my wife, and it's a black and white photo. Some of y'all don't even get it, what he's talking about. It's a black and white photo there. And here's the thing about race when it comes to business. You know what, when it comes to race, and it comes to business, and your generation has broken down a lot of these barriers as it deals with that. For instance, University of Georgia. I know Georgia had a huge, 143 new members. Where's Georgia at? When your quarterback, when you had Champ Bailey there, this is a lot when you guys were younger, when Champ Bailey was there, all right, and even some of your quarterbacks before then, the quarterback was black, some of the receivers were white. Do you think anybody in your stadium said, did you see that when the quarterback threw a touchdown or a handoff to a white guy? Do you think anybody said, oh my gosh, the black guy just handed the ball off to the white guy? We're making progress. Game day Saturdays, in my opinion, is the great racial reconciliation barrier. Because I know in Nebraska, they could care less if the guy was beige or orange. As long as there's a touchdown. Your generation is changing that. If we go to the next one, please. Like I said, me and my wife right there, we'll go to the next one right there. I think she put this PowerPoint. It's like all her, you know. The family, talking about barriers. That's us right there. Clearwater Beach, actually here in Florida, Clearwater Beach a few years ago. It's the whole fam right there. Go to the next one. My oldest son, 8, that's when he was a baby. He's got a huge butt. And my brother Mark will tell you, he just walks around just, you know, knocking over stuff, you know. He's not even allowed in the dining room. He's just knocking over stuff all the time. He's 13 now. The next one there, you can see all that green back here? I'll show you. Some of you are going, that's just water and air. No, that's all him. He's a big little dude. And he's a sharp little guy. In fact, he was at a leadership conference last summer. I think to go to this summer. He was chosen to go to Doane College for a leadership conference for kids. And so I'm very proud of little AD. Next one is Keenan. Looks like Alfred Hitchcock in those old movies. I'll never forget, we were giving him a bath one night, and I'm sitting on the edge of the tub, and I lifted up that third chin you see by the elbows. And a piece of broccoli fell out. And he had that same expression on his face like I was going to eat that. He's 11 years old now. Now he looks like Beyonce. That dude's got some serious hair. And that's not even fully grown out. I mean, that's just like patted down for church. 7 years ago, my life really changed. Well, that's the two boys last summer. There's some fun fellas. 7 years ago, my life really changed when this little girl was born. Sound like some cats in here. Little girls change you as a dad. Because I would sing her songs like, you know, hush, little Maya, don't you cry. You never get married, that's no lie. So you guys are laughing, but I'm not joking. She's not going to get married. You know, she changes you. I'm serious, you know. But that's my little lady right there. I wanted to show you a little background about what some of the things that mean a lot to me. Students, every one of you are taking snapshots of your life right now at your college campuses. Your choices and decisions you make. And the reality is this. You and you alone decide what barriers will defeat you or not. Well, the first thing is this. I'm not going to be long before you all believe in the 5 B's of a good speech. 5 B's. Be brief, brother, be brief. All right? Some of you write down notes. No, just be brief, brother, all right? That's really not an acronym or modules. That's just be brief. But the first thing is this, you know what? First of all, students, the reason why I like speaking like kindergartners is very rarely I get a chance to speak to kindergartners anymore. Because kindergartners don't care what you think. Think about it. They don't care. They don't even know what a barrier is. There is no shortage of their thinking. There is no shortage of their creativity, their imagination. There is no capacity. They just think. And I speak to kindergartners and they always sit like this. I'll never forget. The little kids are honest. I love that. And they're so innocent. They're like just blank canvases that can be colored on. And our minds can too if we allow it to be. I'm shaking hands with little kids and shaking hands with a little girl and she kissed my hand. She says, "You don't taste like chocolate." Her teacher goes, "I am so sorry." You know what though? You know why I appreciate it? Speaking is only about 30% of what I do. This is part of 2 of the companies we run. And I've been in board meetings and sat on boards before where I wish they had the audacity of that little girl to ask a question. Something happens when we start getting older. We get cool, we get sophisticated, we get too mature, we don't want to ask them. It's a stupid question. There is no stupid question. Students, don't lose that mind and creativity, that empty canvas for kindergarten. My dream growing up, and that's one of the first things, the barriers that people stop dreaming, they forget their why. You must know why you want what you want. Your college education cannot be because mom or dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, or grandpa. It's a great thing to dedicate to them, but it's got to be about you. Look at somebody and say, it's got to be about you. Somebody say, I know it's all about me, brother. And we don't us know that. But it has to be your reasons, your convictions, your dreams. My dream as a kid was to run out of that tunnel in front of 76,000 people. I was not a superstar. I wasn't a starter. Saturdays was a day of rest for me. I ate hot dogs, nachos. I came home after games full. But that dream of running out there in front of 76,000 with the little red stripes on the side of my pants, the little red end on the side of the helmet. 76,000 people was unreal. My older brother Mark, and Mark is one of my other heroes, and he's going to be probably beating me up after the presentation, but he's going to catch me first. But he used to work for the football team. He was one of the equipment managers when he was there. And he would always, bring home stuff for us, shoes and things like that when it was too big for him or too little for him, or we just take them from him, one or the other. And but I remember when Nebraska would score from our backyard. We lived a few miles from the stadium, and when Nebraska would score a touchdown, we could hear it from our yard. Nebraska would score, and we would just hear it. Then it'd go again. And I hear that over and over because we used to beat the smoke out of teams. Some of your schools. My bad. They're like watching ball. And I'd be in my backyard just that dream. My father is my hero, my dad. I'm sure Mark would say the same. My dad moved to Nebraska in the 60s. Didn't know anybody but his brother. His only thing was he wanted his kids to have a better opportunity than what he had in Pittsburgh, where he grew up at. So I'm from Pittsburgh. I know the guy that said, give him a huge hand clap because he tore that song up, and that's a good thing. How many are from the University of Pittsburgh here? Where are you at? University of Pittsburgh. University of Pittsburgh. Years and years ago, my father moved. How many have heard of the Hill District? Yeah. They're like, we ain't going to the Hill District. My dad grew up in Homewood. My mom and dad were from that area. And my father wanted, and during that time, it was a tough time. During the 1960s, blacks and whites would not hold hands singing Kumbaya. That was a barrier that was broken down, that's still being broken down today by the likes of all of us that are in this room this evening. When my father moved to Nebraska, and my dad knew what his why was. You have to know what your why is. You have to know what your reasons are. What's your dream? In 1994, we won the national championship. It's an unbelievable experience, a big ring.